The 3 biggest mistakes in sales.
Take effing action, put it together, and subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
You're a salesperson, you try very hard. You prospect, you call potential customers 100 a day, but you're not seeing results. Today I want to talk about 3 biggest mistakes that salespeople make that may be the reason why you're not seeing the results that you had hoped for. These are mistakes that I see constantly and frequently made by salespeople, and these are impacting their results. So mistake number 1 is that you did not do enough to qualify the potential customer. Again, life is a numbers game. Not everyone you talk to is a potential customer. And the general rule is that if you make 100 phone calls, if you reach 100 people, if you talk to 100 people, most likely only 2 of them are potential. There's only about 2 or 3% of the people you talk to are genuinely need your product right now. There are some customers that need the product now. There are some customers that need the product maybe next quarter. Maybe there are some customers that never need the product. But you need to be able to identify who needs it now, who needs it next month, who needs it next quarter, who never need it, right? You need to be able to tell those things. Let me share with you some recent experiences. We have salespeople that talk to potential customers. They're single moms. They are looking for ways to make money from home. So they run into our advertising campaign and they call us. And our salespeople consider them highly potential, even though they're single mom, they don't have the money to buy the product, they don't really understand e-commerce, and they're just calling us to see what they can learn and what they can do to earn some money from home, right? They're not potential customers. Even though they want to talk to you, they may not be potential customers that you can close. Genuinely potential customer is someone that has a real need for the product and services in the near future and who has money to pay for the products and services. So you must qualify the potential customers before you invest time, energy, presentation, follow-ups with them. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. Number 2 mistake that salespeople make is that they want to close the deal too fast. One thing that I frequently see salespeople do is that when they make the first phone call to the customer, they're already trying to close them. You know, they're already telling them about the price, they're already telling them about the feature. They want to close the customer immediately fast. The thing is, most customers don't respond well to that. I want you to think about you are a boy and you want to get to know a girl, right? You go up to the girl and then you say to her, you know, hey, you want to come to my apartment and sleep with me? Do you think the girl would be receptive to that? Do you think the girl will say yes? Most likely not. Usually in that first contact scenario, you're introducing yourself, you want to understand their problem, you want to build a relationship with that potential customer. You don't want to sell too early, right? When you sell too early, you become very pushy and no one likes to be sold to. When you sell too early, you turn off the potential customer, they don't want to do business with you and they will run away from you. The number 3 mistake that I frequently see salespeople make is that they sell too hard. By selling too hard, I mean they tell the customer, we've been in business for 10 years, our product can do X, Y, Z, we are the best, we're number 1, we have this and we have that, we have warranty, we have this feature. They sell too hard, right? Without really understanding what the customer wants. When you sell very hard, the customer feels that you don't really care about them. You just want to close the deal. You just want to take their money. And nobody likes that. So the right approach here is you want to ask the prospect questions. You want to find out why they need the product or services. You want to understand their problem. You want to understand their pain point so that you can explain to them how your product or services can help them. Once you understand their problems and once they understand your product and solve their problem, you will have a deal. But when you don't understand what their problems are and you just keep on talking about how great your product is, you're not hitting their pain points. Maybe you're talking about many things, but you haven't answered their question. You haven't really addressed their problem, their pain point. So they don't really understand what you're saying and they get turned off and they just want to leave and walk away because nobody likes to be sold to. A lot of salespeople think that, to be a good salesperson, they have to talk like a machine gun. Not true at all. I'm not a very talkative person, but my success in sales is driven mostly by listening, using my ear, listening to what the customer is saying, listening to what their problems are, and help them understand how we can solve their problems. And once you do that, price is no object. They will never negotiate price with you. They just want the solution because they know you can solve their problems. So in summary, 3 big mistakes that salespeople make that you should not do. 1, always qualify the customer because you don't want to waste time on people that are not potential. You only want to spend your time on potential customers so that you can make money. 2, don't sell too early. The first call is not for you to close the deal. The first call is for you to introduce yourself, to build a relationship. Don't sell too early. Number 3 is that they sell too hard. You need to understand the customer problem and you need to help them solve their problem. And when you do that, you don't need to sell too hard. You just need to answer their question. You just need to address their problem, maybe only a few. You don't need to tell them about the 100 features your product have. You just need to talk about the 3 features that solve their biggest problem and you got the deal, right? Find out what the customer really need. Find out what their problems are. 3 big mistakes. You should not do them. You should avoid them. Take fucking action and don't be a fucktard.